is Tyrone Smith Harris.
My name is Desiree Mabry.
And I'm Morgan Tech.
We'll be presenting 9.1, 9.2, and 9.3.
I'll start with chemistry linked to health, water in the body. Water in the body allows people to stay hydrated and balances water loss. In the adult body, it contains 60% water. The body loses between 1,500 and 3,000 milliliters of water through various areas of the body. Foods such as meats, fish, fruits, and milk help replenish lost water. Keeping a good balance of water maintains vital organ functions. So be sure to drink your water.
Chemistry links to health, a problem of saturation in body fluids. An example of saturation in body fluids would be gout, and gout is a type of arthritis. Gout affects the joints, and the body produces a chemical which is 5 carbon, 4 hydrogen, 4 nitrogen, and 3 oxygen. And this chemical is called uric acid. And when there's an overproduction of uric acid in the body, it can cause the joints to become painful and can cause the joints to swell also. Right now I have a salad, and I'm going to pour some vinaigrette dressing on this salad. And later on in the presentation, I'm going to show you how the lettuce will become wilted because it has been saturated.
Hello, I will be presenting on electrolytes in the body. Here we have your main 5 electrolytes, which is sodium, chloride, magnesium, calcium, and potassium. We have Pedialyte here, which is very rich in electrolytes. You have the electrolytes that are listed here that are inside of Pedialyte. What are electrolytes? Electrolytes are the minerals in the body which hold electrical charges. We have, like I said before, your 5 main electrolytes right here, and which play an important role in your body's organ function and cell functioning. Electrolytes such as, I'm going to start with sodium. Sodium regulates water intake along with carrying electrical impulses through the nervous system. We have potassium, which is electrically impulsed, the way your body transmits signals, especially to regulate your heartbeat. Right here, to interrupt, we have bananas, which are very rich in potassium, as we know. We have a person here drinking Gatorade, which is very rich in electrolytes, which is the first thing that might come to mind. And here I have sparkling water, which has a lot of sodium in it, which, as I said earlier, regulates the amounts of water regulated inside and out of the body. Next, we will go on to chloride. Chloride helps regulate osmotic pressure, which minimizes pressure which needs to be applied to a solution to prevent the inward flow of water across the seminal membrane, and also helps regulate pH. Next, we have magnesium, which helps the sodium potassium pump, which exists to maintain large amounts of sodium outside of the cell and a large amount of potassium inside of the cell. Lastly, we have calcium, which helps with clotting blood and the contraction of your muscles.
Okay, here we have helping you to better understand the concepts, where we had to get 4 interactive links. The 4 concepts that we highlighted were electrolytes, solubility rules, equivalent, and Henry's law. The first site focuses on electrolytes. On this website, they created an interactive challenge quiz that is based on a score of 20 points. It consists of 3 columns with strong, and you have to choose a strong or weak if it's an electrolyte. And they give you the standard name of that formula. The strength of this website will be that it's a good quiz site. It does have a timer, so you have to be quick on your feet. A weakness will be the website does not have an exact overview of the electrolytes. The next website will be solubility rules. Solubility rules on this website, it's another interactive quiz site. It does not have a timer on it. The strength of this website is it gives good examples for review. A weakness would be that it doesn't repeat and give you new questions. On the third website, we focus on equivalence. This is more of a video tutorial clip type of website. A strength of the website would be that it goes into great detail. There's a lot of examples step-by-step demonstration. They have good visuals, and this is good for people who are visual and oral learners. A weakness would be there's not a lot of examples. They were kind of brief on examples, and it's kind of hard to see. And on the website with Henry's Laws is another video clip site that goes further into depth about Henry's Law. A strength will be that the video provides great details on the lesson, gives good examples step by step, shows how much the students comprehend, and there's a self-assessment test at the end. And the weakness will be that there are no weaknesses because it's a great website link. And this is an example of the first website that is based on electrolytes. Here you see there's a composition of 20 questions, and it's a timer that's about 4 minutes. So you go through with each formula and you determine which electrolyte is strong and weak. And as you see through the example, we did a couple, did a few. And now we're going to click the button Give Up. And when you click Give Up, you'll see all the answers for all 20 questions to tell you what you got right, what you did wrong. Also, you can challenge your friends to play this. It's a good review game. And if you restart the game, you can there'll be new questions, so it's a new attempt every time. The next site we have here is the solubility quiz. There's a base of 10 questions. You go through, you submit. We have questions that are talking about what is potassium and sulfate, which one is soluble. We have true or false questions. And then we'll just go through, and then at the end of the quiz, we'll see how we did. Okay, and now you see the results page. It shows you the actual answer, the correct answer. You can go in and click the question so you can see what the specific areas you need to work on. And this is why we thought this was a great interactive link to provide for students who need additional help.
I started understanding the concepts, and right here is just a continuation of electrolytes of what Tyrone showed you guys earlier. But right here we have a question: why do lettuce leaves in a salad wilt after vinaigrette dressing containing salt is added? And this process is known as osmosis. Osmosis is when fluid passes through a semi-permeable membrane. As far as the salad dressing, as far as the salad goes, after we pour the vinaigrette dressing on it, the water begins to move to the higher concentration of the solute, which is, in this case, is the salt. And when the water moves to the higher concentration, it is because it's trying to equalize the ingredients in the salt. And the cell walls of the lettuce are semi-permeable, meaning that water can pass through them, but sugar or salt cannot. And water is attracted to the salt, and this is what causes the lettuce to become wilted.
I want to break it down and give you at least one from each slide. For this problem, we're going to use 9.1b. We're going to say 50 milliliters of ethanol, chemical formula C2H5OH, and 10 milliliters of water, H2O. Water is a solute and ethanol is a solvent. Ethanol has a 2-carbon chain in an OH group. As water is polar, it attracts 2 OH groups, which is the reason it will be soluted in the solvent ethanol. On this next slide, we're going to use 9.2. In this case, it was the question 9.8. NaOH is a strong electrolyte, and CH3OH is a non-electrolyte. How is the solution of NaOH different from that of CH3OH? NaOH has an ionic bond between sodium and chlorine, or chloride, and in water, the ion floats free with their charges, so the charge carries electric current. The compound has non-ionic covalent bonds, and it is an ionic compound, which methanol is a covalent compound. For the second slide, I'm going to 9.3, which 5.22 states which of the following refers to a saturated or unsaturated solution. We're gonna do part A. A spoonful of salt added to boiling water dissolves, which makes it saturated. As soon as any of the salt dissolves in the water, the boiling point of the water begins to rise, and in this case by 1/2 degree Celsius for every 58 grams of salt per kilogram, which is one of the reasons that it is a saturated solution because it mixes together.
Now I'll be discussing relatable concepts applicable to our daily lives. In everyday use, you see chemistry when you're cooking, making coffee, and working out within athletes. In everyday life, people often use water when they cook, from making tea, boiling water, and making coffee. Places such as Starbucks use effects of solubility to prepare coffee when they add cream, sugar, and other items. Athletes, they work out and lose electrolytes and results in a specific salt craving due to lack of replenished electrolytes. Drinks such as Gatorade, Sobe Life Water, and Propel are directed towards athletes because they help replenish the deficiency. People use solutes when cooking. For example, people make spaghetti and they add sugar to it, and the sugar dissolves within the meat. We had to come up with a quick multiple choice concept questions quiz. The first question focuses on what is the most common solvent in everyday life. We have carbon containing chemicals, ethanol, water, or all of the above. The correct answer is water. Second question we have, how does the temperature affect solubility? The first selection is not affected by temperature. We have decrease with an increase in temperature, and the third choice would be increases with an increase in temperature. The correct answer would be solubility decreases with an increase in temperature. Third question focuses on a so-called salt craving is primarily the result of a learned behavior, a genetic disease, dehydration, or a severe electrolyte deficiency. The correct answer would be severe electrolyte deficiency. And the fourth and final question discusses dissolving some sugar in a cup of coffee makes a solution. The sugar is referred to A, a solute, B, filtrate, C, solution, D, solvent. And the correct answer would be a solute. Thank you. This is the end of our presentation. We are Group 9. We did Chapter 9, 9.1, 9.2, and 9.3. Hope you enjoyed our presentation just as much as we did making it. Bye.